This place is called Werewolf. I love the concept, but I feel like this is a place I wouldn't want to go to because it's a bar. All right, here we are on Fifth Avenue, which is the main street that's closed off. And I know there's plenty of places to eat here, although usually they're booked up. This place doesn't, but it's a steakhouse. And I'm a difficult person who doesn't want to eat the meat. There's a Hard Rock Cafe down here, which usually has some sort of theme and usually is sort of diner food. Like I can get a breakfast burrito, which as I'm saying it out loud sounds like the best thing in the world. Now, again, usually a long wait, but it's 2 hours past lunchtime and I'm a solo eater. So that makes it easier. I'm a solo eater, not a Skywalker eater. I've talked about this before, but I love how all the local businesses rebrand and cater and paint Spider-Man on and stuff like that. It's pandering, but I'll take it. Because, again, I think it's the same way, reason like Christmas, Halloween, whatever. I love whenever the world just makes itself silly and colorful. Because why not? This is the Winchester Tavern. I don't know if this is always here. It says focus features of blood. Maybe this is for the Supernatural prequel. Did that ever come out? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, Shaun of the Dead 20 years. Yeah, because of Shaun of the Dead. Okay. All right. That's fantastic. They have this huge sentinel. Kind of looks like a 8-foot action figure, and they're selling water and soda. Good for them. That's fantastic. Over here is... This is the Rickmobile. I remember that was a big deal a couple of years ago. Like if you find it, they're giving you Szechuan sauce or something. But now I think it's just parked. I found it. What do I get? There's somebody here doing caricatures. They've got shades, so good for them. And they're doing a very exaggerated style, which is something I've never been comfortable / able to do because I wanted to get paid. But I also don't really want to. And when I see stuff like this, I'm like, hey, good for them. But I also don't miss doing caricatures. I had a number of friends that did caricatures, and I think they fell into 3 groups. People that hated doing it and were so happy to be done regardless how much it paid. People that loved doing it, and the only thing they complained about is people that didn't have a good enough sense of humor. And people that were not very good artists and just sort of fell into it and fell out of it. I was in I liked doing it for the money, but I never had the passion. And now I've fallen into I'm glad I don't do it anymore. I would go back if I needed the money, but yeah, I don't care if I ever do it again. I'd prefer not to, especially when I see an event like this, but everybody is out having fun and they're just sitting in the hot sun. Because that's what I did all the time. I'd be at fun events doing that. And it's better than being a waiter or something, but it's this weird middle ground of kind of doing art but hating it. I think that the theming for the Hard Rock might be SpongeBob, and that could make it even more difficult than usual to get a table. Well, let's see what happens. Good luck to Gaz. Good luck to me. I got sat right away. As someone by themselves, I literally walked past probably 100 people waiting, and they have the SpongeBob theme. I am going to get a breakfast burrito. Gonna see if I can get iced coffee or something, but I'm pretty psyched. So this is the same Hard Rock Hotel, or cafe I should say, that has almost the same menu. The prices have gone up a bit. I've been here when they've had, it was The Expanse one time, it was a lot of sci-fi shows. They've done it for video games, all kinds of stuff, and now it's SpongeBob. But I love it because they always do a theme. Yes, this is exactly what I need right now. To paraphrase Ram from Tron. Famous quote from Tron that Ram said. Unlike Ram, when I got this burrito in the past, my recollection is that it had rice instead of potatoes. But it's still delicious. That is too hot for my white spicy averse tongue. But I'm getting a second one of those coffee things, iced latte. I'm in SpongeBob world. Oh, this whole hotel. You know what's stupid of me? Every time I've gone to the Hard Rock Cafe, it never occurred to me that the hotel would also be themed. Like the whole thing is themed, not just the restaurant. Oh, look at that. Oh, excuse me. What a fool I am. What a silly, silly fool. My whole attitude is adjusted now that I've had some coffee and a rest. and some air conditioning, and my backpack no longer weighs 70 pounds. I feel great. I'm ready to party. I'm gonna mingle, even though I'm not single. Let's do it. And I'm back in front of the convention center. I had 2 of those iced lattes. And she only charged me for 1, which was really sweet of her, which made me feel good because I gave her an extra big tip. I'm not saying that to brag, but I was like, this is a terrible day. They're super busy. I gave her an extra big tip, not knowing that she gave me an extra coffee. So it counts. It's not like I was doing it just because I felt like I had to. Then I smartly, I saw someone else doing this, but I asked for a to-go water because I just had 2 coffees, which are a diuretic. They're not going to help me with dehydration. Right now, while I've got all this energy, I'm walking around the back of the convention center because that's where a bunch of the off-site wackiness is happening. And then I'll venture back inside, and I think I got to get that print for Q, but I don't want to have to carry that around. So I don't have a tube. So going around the back, and this is again, there's so much. If you've never been here, you'd never know. Like if you go over that bridge, there's a bunch of off-site. The Marriott, Hilton over here, there's stuff in there. There's stuff in the other. What do you call it, the Indigo Ballroom? No, I don't know if it's called. Anyway, there's 2 hotels that have panels and things in them that I guess you could find by looking at the booklet, but you wouldn't know to just go check those out if you weren't actually, if you didn't know it. And this is the part really, like, look, that's the convention center, that's the downtown. There's all this. Over that bridge is more off-site stuff. And then go around the back. As far as I know, there isn't a way to walk through the building and come out the back. You usually got to go this way. In past years, I've gotten on lines here to get exclusives or various other things. But even if you don't want that, there's a ton of off-site stuff right here. Cartoon Swim or Dragon Ball Z or whatever. Rick and Morty. I think today they have Abbott Elementary, and tons of it's back here. And a lot of it is where you need to get tickets. And it's just like I don't know how people would know. You know? Oh look, there's a flock of cherry pickers. Isn't that lovely? You don't see them congregate too often this time of year. They must be laying their eggs. Up in there, look, the little babies. They've just hatched. Oh, what proud parents they must be. The Adult Swim thing has been back here a lot. I don't think I've ever gone to it because there's always a huge line, and I've never been quite clear what you got out of it. Like if it's once they had mini golf or something like that, but it looked like you played like 2 holes after waiting like 3 hours. Sometimes they give away. It's tough because you could wait forever and get like a sticker, or you could get some crazy thing that's totally worth the wait. You never know. It's a bit of a gamble. It is nice to be over here on the water, although I do feel like if I'm out much longer, I might need to put some sunscreen on, which I didn't plan on being out this long. All right, so this is all the adults, like mostly photo ops, which are cool. And look, okay, a lot of Rick and Morty photo ops. Yeah, but I think I can skip that. There's a party on one of these yachts. Well, there's the IMD one. Just IMD, no B, which often has like celebrity interviews and Kevin Smith up there farting in people's faces and stuff. But I don't know if it's the Voodoo Ranger or whatever. One of these, there's some sort of Comic-Con party thing that you could actually get to potentially somehow. That isn't just for, industry. I don't know what's going on over here. Oh, these are the VIPs getting checked. Okay, so over here, it's not Adult Swim, but their direct competitor, Hulu and Mayhem, which I don't know what they're doing exactly, but they're advertising Futurama and Family Guy, I think. I don't know. What's that show that's not Rick and Morty? The Odds, Outer Spaces, what is it? Oddly Outer Space. What's that show? I know it. The Stranded, The Strange, and we are. And he's like, hey, that's me. That's who I am. The Oddlies, they're space people. That's it. I'm doing great. I went from having no energy to having so much energy, I'm sputtering out half words. I'm not going to stand in any of these lines. If I was here all 5 days, I would do a little bit more research and maybe sit in a few of these, see what's up. But I only have 1 day, so I'm just doing a sample platter. But I also have talked to friends of mine and acquaintances and whoever, like I can never get a ticket. And if you live somewhat local, come, do all this stuff. You don't need a ticket to do any of this stuff. All you need is time. Okay, they're doing some kind of pirate party. It looks like one guy in a pirate hat and his staff trying to get people to dance, and everyone else being like, "Oh, yeah, we're on the boat. I guess we served everybody. We don't really want to dance, but here we are." Okay, that's what I'd be doing. And then I dance like a maniac for like a minute, like, look at me, and then I run out of energy and self-confidence, and then just stop. Ava Fest from Abbott Elementary that looks pretty deluxe. They got the facade of the school. They got actual rides and stuff. This actually looks awesome, but I'm afraid that the the line is going to be super long. So I just found out that the line, oh look at, they got a guy at stilts. The line to get in there is 3 hours, which makes sense because that basically just looks like a free carnival. And hopefully mostly kids get to go in there. But even if I wanted to stay in there for 3 hours, they're closing in about 3 hours. They're like, come back tomorrow. I'm like, I can't. She's like, yeah, you can. I'm like, no, I don't have to. Oh, okay. The day, there was an ice cream truck by my house, and I wanted an orange creamsicle, and they were out. Earlier today, walking to my car, I saw a stand, and I wanted an orange creamsicle, and they were out. Now I'm going to see if they have an orange creamsicle, or if they will be out. Let's find out together, everybody. Can I get an orange creamsicle, please? Success. This is the third stand I've went to for that. Oh, no. Success. It was $5, which is a lot. I guess it's convention prices. I was thinking it would be like $3. And considering all the money I'm spending, whatever, but I just didn't pay attention. But I'm also realizing I'm kind of not thirsty or hungry. I just forced myself to drink all that water after those 2 coffees. I don't really want this. I want it because it's hot out and I've been wanting it. But all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I don't know. Also, I'm looking, I think I could go up here. I'm not sure. But I realized that you can kind of come out the back of the convention center onto like a landing area and then come down the stairs to get back here, which still isn't the most intuitive thing in the world. But I'm going to see if there's a way I could get back up without going around the whole building. I was able to walk up those stairs. So actually, that's not true. They gave me an elevator pass, not a pass. They said I could go to the elevator. I'm not that special. I didn't get a pass. I'm going to find, there's a lot of people sitting in the shade here. I want to go back in. I had to get scanned in, but I got to force myself to eat this ice pop. I tried to give it away to a guy that was working in sweat, and then he's like, I would love to take it. I'm like, take it. He's like, I can't, brother. I'm not allowed. I'm like, take it. He's like, no. He was taking his job very seriously. So now I have to eat it. That's just part of some kind of marina, but it looks like a seashell thing that's like special for Comic-Con, but it's not. Over here, there's Ava Fest. Look how big that is. They got real rides, pirate ship, and a mayhem. Way over there is Comic-Con. I mean, Adult Swim, which is good though. Even if I'm forcing myself to eat it, it's delicious. So when I came back in, I was on the upper level, not the super upper level, but this medium tier upper level, where there's a lot of people behind there playing various role-playing games and other things like that. And then here's all the like fan groups, cosplay groups, the 4 or 5. There's a Robotech appreciation group, things like that. But I am going down, actually. I thought I was going up, but I'm going down. I think I'm gonna have to use stairs. Guys, I'm staring it. I'm staring down a dream. I realized where I came out was kind of close where I left off at the small press area before. So I'm gonna go to the end of that and pick up and keep going towards the end of the convention hall this way. Then I'll turn around, go back the other way, and then I'll pick up the print. And then I'll more or less be done with the convention floor. Then I'll either do panels or off-site or maybe be done. So my audio, the microphone was working a lot better on this video, and then it just stopped working. I don't know if it got turned off or what, because the battery wasn't dead. But the next couple clips I'm going to talk over. I was saying how I was looking for a particular Doctor Who figure that I forgot about, and I didn't really have a list of things I was looking for. Oh, that's a Jim Lee one I almost got signed. I brought with me. That would have been the smart one. It's like an iconic cover. I was also realizing I had a lot of these comics that they had up on their like small wall, like valuable, but not crazy valuable. I'm like, I got a lot of these. But I was also saying how a lot of booths I was seeing toys, comics, whatever, adjacent to what I wanted, reminding me of things I'm looking for that I did not find. And then I also noticed, I was noting that a not insignificant portion of the show floor was still dedicated to comics. Long boxes of discounts, trade paperbacks half off, original art, wall books, crazy expensive wall books, graded stuff. This was like a Lost in Space 60s new video game of the 60s show that looked like an old Sierra point-and-click game. But if you went to Comic-Con, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever, when it was all comics, I could see how you'd say, like, it has nothing to do with comics. And certainly it is a pop culture extravaganza now with toys and everything else. But there is a fair amount dedicated to comic books, comic book artists, comic book art, all that stuff still. Even though I'm now showing you pictures of toys. I don't remember what I was saying here, but a lot of cool Transformeries and then a big old Unicron out of the box. And I have this Unicron. It was a Kickstarter. It was like the second Kickstarter ever. Not Kickstarter, HasLab. Anyway, mine's still in a box, and I debate selling it every day. A lot of booths have like half-price trade paperback comics, and I'm tempted to look, but I don't want to carry any more heavy stuff, and it's guaranteed to be heavy. If I'm going to get them, I'll get them at the very end, but yeah, we need anti-gravity bags. That's what we need. A place that's just, t-shirts, and I'm still having trouble finding one. So the problem, yeah, it's me. Hi. I am near the end now. You can see that's the wall, and yeah, there's some interesting stuff over here. Oh, there's the Morphicon boots. That is a great idea. Do a custom sketch cover or sketchbook, whatever, and leave a space specifically for the person that you're going to draw in. That is if you want to do likenesses. I don't, but it is a good idea for those that do. Oh, there's this Mr. Beast thing. This looks a lot more interesting than the thing he had going on outside. That's kind of a cool little monster guy. That one's cool. I don't know what I would do with it, but I do think it's cool. It kind of reminds me of Skylanders a little bit. And I don't know what, there's some old-timey maid cafe or something. I don't know what's going on. The world has passed me by. The world has passed me by. Look, there's Bubble Lady. All the kids are excited for Bubble Lady. Sure. She seems fun and nice. She makes a bubble with her mouth. Bubble Lady. Calico Critters booth, which is weird. My kid has a few of these. I can't remember. I don't think I've ever seen that at a convention of any kind. And I don't know if it's a case of they've never been, or I just notice it now because of my kid. You know, like when you learn a new word, and then you hear it everywhere. All right, so they're going to fight in a minute. Yellow has a flamethrower, I think. Fight! Ah, this isn't BattleBots. This is Dancing with the Droids. Those were really cool. I thought this was like a statue, and then it started moving, so there's somebody in there. Oh, look at this over here. That is wild. I think that guy was saying, well, somebody after him said no photos, please. But it sounded like he said, try your best to film. Either way, that's not the first time somebody has said something like, don't take a picture, don't film, which always seems weird in a place like this where it's all about advertisement and everybody's filming constantly. And yet, a few times I've said to someone, oh, is it okay if I film a video? I'm like, of course, everybody can. So it's like, I don't know what's going on. People are silly. But if you don't want filming, have a sign and be much more aggressive than that. I think it's basically, maybe somebody doesn't want a picture or photo taken, but not the person enforcing it, which is why they're kind of like, please don't, I guess. I was really into Street Fighter 2 back in the day. Then I kind of fell out of it after all the hyper turbos and whatever. Then when 4 came out, I lost my mind, and then I fell out of it again. But every time I see the artwork, I love it. It's just such a cool style, no matter what version it is. Now these are dangerous. I can't even tell if they're model kits or not, but they're really cute, and they're cartoony in a way that is not too cartoony to turn me off, and very G1. Very tempting. Looking for these at the 3.0 booth. They got the Zeo and the red turbo, which I had heard about. This is some kind of limited edition one. I'm not sure if it's a show exclusive or what. I know my buddy was able to pre-order it from home. Oh, I didn't even notice that Cowboy Bebop. Or Spike Spiegel, I should say. That's cool. I like that Sleepy Godzilla booth. Is weird to me because it's sort of like Z-level 80s properties, Z-level 90s properties, and then The Expanse. All of these I have some interest in, but none of them to the point where I want to pay $40 a figure. Those Sectars do look pretty good, though. If the Expanse figures had come out a few years ago when I was watching the show, I probably would have jumped on them. But if they were like 20, 25 bucks each, like a NECA, these RoboForce figures are pretty cool. Wow, 35 bucks? Okay, these are tempting. For 30, how is this 35 bucks and that's 40? Is it licensing? That's wild. Oh, it's a pop. That's kind of cool. I like this silver dart. Well, okay, so wait. Fighting Dargon, $25. Regular Dargon, $40. I don't understand that. Biker Mice from Mars. And then the Moon Mesa guys. They all look really nice. The pricing is strange, though. These are some of the best Gremlins I've ever seen. Gizmo looks a little weird because of the eyes, but the other crazy ones, they look pretty great. So I have, I think it's the Mezco Batman 89, and then this was when nothing was available other than the NECA one that came out years ago. And then McFarlane's released a few, and other people have released a few. I'm looking at this. For $50, that looks amazing. I think I'm going to throw away my Mezco. Look, oh, these all look great. These all look great, but this, yeah, what are we doing here? Dynamic action heroes? Okay, you win. You win, people. You win.
Solar Opposites. That's that show I was trying to think of before where I was like space loser people. That's it, Solar Opposites. I'm back to being tired again. Not as tired as I was before. I'm regular tired. But the show floor is going to be closing soon, and I'm like, I don't see any panels that I'm excited about at this time. Do I need to push it, or maybe I'm done, and that's okay. I guess. Is it okay to be done? Yeah, it's okay to be done. Excellent cosplay going on at the Godzilla booth now. Looks like a Millennium and a Kiryu. Wow, that's sweet. Let me spin around here. That's awesome. It's unclear to me if these are just cosplayers or if they're actually part of the booth. Oh, that's fantastic.
1, 2, 3, oh. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Wow, that's so cool. Oh, so I think one of them is working the booth, maybe? I don't know what's going on, but it's fantastic, and I'm here for it. Is it weird that I kind of want these? I don't. I mean, I don't. What am I going to do with them? They look great. I feel like what I want is Muppets. I don't know. I don't know what I want, but these look amazing. Oh, look, the little living letters. It's adorable. Damn. I have the regular Elvira, but I'm looking at this Commando one from the movie, and I kind of want that one. Even though I don't even have the one I have on display. That Pee-wee's mediocre. That Vincent Price looks cool. Damn. A lot of stuff that I like that I shouldn't buy, and I'm telling myself I'm not gonna. Here's a Nightmare Before Christmas, which I like, but I could. Yeah, it definitely has to do with the texture, because these little ones don't tempt me even a little bit. It's something about the realistic texture of the big ones. Vincent Price is cool, but I probably won't get, and I'm probably not gonna get these either. But oof, they are cool. The Christopher Lee and the here Cushing. I can't get a good shot of them, but they're awesome. This Beetlejuice stuff based on the cartoon is awesome. Well, actually, wait, though this is based on the movie. And then they got stuff based on the cartoon, too. This is all very cool. Luckily, I could pass on all of it, but it's great. I've dipped my toe into the Dungeons & Dragons. I have both versions. I have the toy version and the new version of Warduke. I'm telling myself I don't need to get any others, although I am tempted by Strongheart in this version to put with the NECA figures, although I don't know how well they're going to scale. Of course, this is the real dangerous area. I can see getting, skateboard. I can see getting these as a Christmas decoration. Oh, I love those 6-inch. Yeah, oh man. Okay, I could pass on that safety. That panda's pretty cool. I could pass on most of this. These wrestlers are cool, but I could live without. The thing that's going to kill me, Leatherhead. Leatherhead's going to kill me. All this comic book stuff, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, most of this I'm getting, and then some of this, maybe all of this. I don't know. Now, I don't do statues, but when I see realistic or accurate to the cartoon, like Bad Batch, I like these better than the figures that look like Tamora Morrison and are more quote-unquote realistic. Oh, that is so. Yeah, all of this is great. Oh, I feel like this could be gotten for fun. Hour here. I'm in some kind of Star Trek experience where, I don't know, it's almost like a really, really small line at Universal, and then you take some pictures and they green screen in some monsters, I guess. But the cool thing is there's a salt sucker over here from the original series. That's pretty sweet. After this, I'm going to be, ooh, look here. It's a salt sucker. I just realized it's a salt vampire. I can see a little thing there, so I'm a bad Star Trek fan. It's a salt vampire. Yeah, so they have like a big empty frame, and you see people making goofy poses, and then they put stuff in later, which is great advertising to get people in here, because it's like, what's going on over there? They're being silly. And we don't know what we're reacting to. So, we'll see. I'm probably going to put a big fart in mine. Close to 7. I'm leaving before the show floor is officially closed. I don't have a lot of heavy stuff to carry, and I'm not going back in. I'm not going to do any panels, I decided. I might see about that Ferris wheel, although looking at it now, it's not moving. So all right, it's
6:30, which means it's been 12 hours since I left the house. It's been 11 hours since I've been here. Do I push? Oh, the Ferris wheel's still going. Okay, I'm going to go to the Ferris wheel. Well, it's closed. But I was thinking how I just missed it, but that's not true because there's a few people going on and it looks like they just closed it. But likely they closed it like an hour ago when they knew they were going to need to close it, and they capped it at that point. So, no worries. I think I'm going to go... Oh, wait, there is one other thing. There's some kind of off-site Star Trek clothing experience thing that is out here somewhere. So I'm heading towards the car, but if that's semi on the way, I'll stop. Ferris wheel's closed, but the Star Trek place is 3 minutes down the road on the way towards where I got to go anyway. So that's pretty much perfect. I would love to hang out in the evening and maybe catch a panel and then have dinner, but being that I'm by my lonesome, I don't really feel like eating alone again. And it would be nicer to drive home during the day than at night if there's not something I'm really doing tonight. So that just makes more sense. This is the Star Trek Energizer Lounge. They've got some custom jackets. I think this booth was in the con, or if not, one that looked just like it. Basically, they have custom coffee. I suspect it's not usually Star Trek themed. I had to get Mariner from Lower Decks. This is caramel. They had Pike. It was a tough choice. And they have an away team, which is like a cosplay group that's meeting, but I'm just here, they asked me if I was part of it, and I was like, yeah, because I was playing along, but I wasn't. I made a mistake. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Now I'm going to power myself home. It's been a few years since I did a 5-day Comic-Con, as I said, and usually by the end of Sunday, I'm like melancholy. I'm tired, but I'm like kind of sad it's over. And when I left Wednesday, I was sad it's over, but now on Saturday, I'm not as sad. And I think it's because I did it by myself and didn't have a hotel room. So I'm a lot more tired, and it's a little bit lonely, not real bad. I had a lot of stuff going on. I'm very good at chatting with people in lines, and everybody's really friendly, and there's definitely a sense of general community, if not specific community, which in some ways is my favorite thing. But yeah, I'm not like, oh, I wish I could come back tomorrow. I guess I wish I could come back tomorrow for the turtles, but in terms of meeting my goals, I think I need to go this way. In terms of meeting my goals and stuff, I think I mostly did. I don't need to go on the show floor again. I guess I could coordinate with people that were here better. Maybe there's things I could do. If I was here, there's things I could do. I'd have fun. But I feel satisfied. I feel okay. And I guess that's what you should feel. Nice hill again. Not gonna miss this. Well, this coffee is yucky, and it kind of has a hint of caramel. It's super strong. It's that kind of coffee that tastes burnt to me, and it must be a certain style because I've had it before, and it's not like always bad coffee, but to me it just is like, it's been in a pot too long. And I don't mind strong coffee, but there's something different about it. And then I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe they didn't put any sweetener in it. Maybe there's like a little bit of caramel, and they thought that was enough. I had a Splenda packet. Dump that in. Still bad. Slightly sweeter. Still bad. Blah! I took 2 big swigs. That's got to be enough caffeine to get me home. I think I'll be fine. I'm going to have a late dinner. Black another swig. Ugh. Thinking, yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. It's a $6 bad. Boo. I didn't even tip them $1, so it's a $7. What a waste of money. I thought it would be this, but it's good. All right, I'm not looking at my camera. I'm holding it, but I'm not looking at it. I'm just singing along with all the old radio songs and jamming around and feeling the sun through the window on me, and yeah, I'm feeling good. It was the middle of the day really hit me hard, but once I recovered from that, I was good. I mean, my feet are a little sore, but I'm good. I'm not even hungry. I mean, I gotta eat dinner at some point. I do think tomorrow I'll have a little bit of FOMO, but I got a full Saturday and preview night. I'm feeling pretty good. That's the most I've had in 5 years between baby and COVID and everything else. So good for me. I no longer feel bad for myself. I think I said that in a different video, so it makes no sense now, but whatever. I'm putting this on my Gazbot channel. I did put a Godzilla booth tour and a little D&D wax pack tour, unboxing, whatever you want to call it, on my Action Activate channel. I'm also going to put another follow-up Godzilla one on my Action Activate channel. I don't know what I'm doing, but that channel is sort of like my fan channel. Like, I love Power Rangers, and I'm adding other stuff on there that's just fan stuff. This is vlogs and art. And so I don't want to be like, hey, look, here's me looking at Godzilla toys, unless it's in the bigger context of, hey, here I am at the show. And this is one of the things I'm doing. So if you care about those, go over there. But otherwise, this is the end of this. And I love you. Bye. Got a variety of free pins from the Hasbro booth. Hey, look, I'm a Doctor Who fan. Zujitsu, I didn't buy anything there. I was kind of tempted. I guess they have a Kickstarter going, so they have this free advertisement book. And then they had these figures. Actually, I said I didn't buy anything. I'm not even sure if they were for sale or if they're just advertising them. They had a big, huge tiger inflatable. From the Hasbro booth, this was the second most thing I wanted. Was a Death's Head, kind of looks like the old 90s trading card. The thing I wanted most, though, was the Once a Man Cobra Commander, which I got, luckily. I got a few things for friends of mine and stuff. I went to this off-site place called the Energizer Lounge. This was a sticker.
got some terrible coffee from there. It might be good to someone else, but not to me. Okay, these are not signed. These two, I got this X-Men comic and this Transformers comic signed by Jim Lee earlier, as you saw. But I also got these two signed. These are new Gotchamen, also known as G-Force Battle of the Planets. I wasn't really aware that these were out. This is an individual Ken story, and this is an issue 1 of the actual book. And I got this one signed by the artist that did the cover here that was there at the table. And these signatures are of the original Japanese voice actor that did Ken the Eagle. Now, to be fair, I watched it in English, and then I saw the live action. I think I may have gone, for a while it was on Hulu or something streaming, and so I did watch a couple of the Japanese episodes, so I don't want to be too much of a faker or a poser where I didn't recognize him or seek him out. It was just an attack of opportunity, because they said if you bought these comics, he would sign them for free. And so I said, okay, they were like $5 each. And do you see a Japanese senior citizen voice actor right there ready to sign for you? And he was very pleasant. And but I experienced something that I've experienced before in Japan and when meeting other Japanese, from Japan guests here, where, I said, I got the signature and I kind of did like a little bit of a bow and I said, arigato gozaimasu, at the exact same time he was saying, oh, thank you, and putting his hand out to shake my hand. And then we both thought, oh, and then I'm like, oh, thanks. And then he bowed and, we were both trying to be polite to the other's, culture and language or whatever, but it was lovely. And I think that's it. I feel like I got something else and I forgot, but I'm going to end it here. So, done.